What's going on, everybody? Today, I am here with another interview. Today I got Sonny Singh. How you doing, Sonny?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Tim?
I'm great. I'm great.
That's good, man.
Yeah. As we were talking before we came in here, this is Sonny's first interview, and
Yeah,
this is only my third. So we'll see how this goes. The nerves are a
yeah.
little high, but
Just gotta stay in the present. You'll be straight.
exactly. We'll get
Yeah,
through it. Um, so the first question I want to ask is or no, scrap that. How about this?
yeah.
Tell everyone your upbringing and then how you were raised.
So when I was younger, me and my mom, my dad, it was just us three. I was the only child. Um, then I started picking up basketball in like elementary, but like just for fun. So like I'd play in like the school rec league. The only time I scored was a three, and it was a bank shot. I still remember it was so funny.
Yeah.
That was the only time I got it, and actually, I have this right here. It was just like this little participation award thing. That was in elementary school, but it didn't really start like kicking in that I wanted to play the sport till like the seventh grade, because a lot of stuff was going on at the house, and I just couldn't play because like things were just getting distracting. But in seventh grade is when I started like really wanted to playing this, and like I really started playing. So I tried out in sixth grade on the last day. Coach said you gotta like bring your A game, like this is your only day. I got cut. I was like, like I came at the last day, so it makes sense. Seventh grade, I tried out um JV again. I mean, I thought I did pretty good, but I got cut again. It was it was just a lot of L's, but I mean,
Right.
yeah, it's just like you just got to keep going, consistency. So I went to eighth grade, and man, I wish I made eighth grade, but guess what? I didn't. I
Yeah.
then that like motivated me to like the jump from middle school to high school. We
Mhm.
just be working with my friends. It was fun too at the same time because you got to have fun, like you got to be like serious, but there's also times you got to enjoy other parts of life.
Of
Went
course.
into ninth grade, I was feeling pretty good. I was 6 foot in ninth grade. So I
Yeah.
was like always working on like post moves, like big man stuff I really shouldn't be doing. So
Right.
like I was kind of like the typical like high school big, but I had tried out in ninth grade and I didn't make it. So like I've been cut from sixth through ninth, but I gave myself one more year.
Mm.
And this time we went to North Carolina to go play and just like hang out there in Greenville. And I remember like I was at the gym and I was like getting shots up, and like people at the gym were like, "Yo, like, do you hoop here like anywhere?" I was like, "Nah, I'm in Virginia." And there's like, "Bro, if you came down here, you would have played." I was like, "Really?" And I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, "Man, we should like come down to North Carolina," and people saying I can make it and stuff. My dad's like, "I don't know, maybe not." And then I was like, you know what? I kind of changed my mind. I'm gonna try 10th grade again at my high school battlefield. So
Mm.
I tried in 10th grade and I made it. And it was like a surreal experience. Like I remember like it was funny because a flashback actually came back yesterday. So yesterday marked 4 years of me in 10th grade because now I'm like sophomore in college. So
Yeah.
sophomore in high school, I remember making it, and like I took a picture of the folder. I was like, "Oh, everybody come to my games." It was like cool. And I remember like posting on my story, just like motivational stuff. It was fun. It was
Of
fun. And
course.
then it was my mom's birthday at the time too. So like we celebrated when we got home for like me making it and like her birthday. It was cool. And then I remember that in that season I was the big man.
Mhm.
Like I would still be playing big man. I was only
Yeah.
6 foot at the time, but I was second string. I mean, it wasn't bad. Shout out
Right.
Coach Will. He's a real one. Because that's my first time ever being on high school. So I was like, dang, everything's new to me. Like, what time was practice? When's the game?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta get acclimated to the overall experience, being a high
yeah.
school hooper, all that. So that leads me into my next question. Who would you say has inspired you the most throughout your basketball career?
Okay, so it kind of changed up
Mhm.
until now. So till like 10th grade especially when I kept getting cut over and over, is the MJ thing, like him getting cut in
Yeah.
high school, but then making it afterwards. It was that because I was like, you know what, like even like the greatest fail. The
Right.
greats they fail. Like failure makes them become great and just
Of
keep
course.
going at it, you know? So like I just do that. And I just kept going and going until I made it to 10th grade and I was excited. I was like, like I didn't f- I felt like MJ, but obviously not MJ, but
Right, right, right.
yeah, so
No, I know
that
what you mean.
helped me.
The motivation, the extra
Yeah.
motivation.
But then it shifted like till now.
Mhm.
People that inspire me are the ones who already quit because I don't want to be them. You know what I mean? So like
Exactly. That's how
so
I
like
feel with this, man.
yeah.
I always tell myself, I'm always like in my room, I'm like, do I like sometimes I find myself getting lazy and I'm like, do I really
Yeah.
wanna do this? And I'm like, bro, you love this shit. Like you gotta keep
Yeah,
doing it. You gotta keep
exactly. Yeah.
grinding. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's just a doubt that creeps into your head.
Yeah.
It's all about that, man. It's you gotta really elevate your mindset. You gotta make it so like you're not gonna fail, you know? Like you
Yeah.
personally gotta like believe in yourself before anyone else does. Like I'm sitting right now at like 116 followers on TikTok or something like that.
That's good, bro.
And then I only got like 18 on Instagram or whatever. But like
It's
I'm
all
like
good.
obviously I'm not like, down on myself. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like the people that are here with me now when I make it, like
Of course.
that kind of mindset you gotta have.
Yeah. And it's like being grateful too. Like if you think about it, like on like a big scale, like 116 people like watch you and like follow you
That's what
to
I'm
see
saying.
your content. It's just like a crazy thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep. Of
It's
course. Yeah.
really
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Great feeling.
It is.
Um, how like with your experience, obviously you are Indian. Has there been any stereotypes been thrown around at you like for being a Indian hooper? Like I know like in middle school and high school, there's the whole every kid's jealous of one kid, whatever. Like has that ever like affected you in any way, like your skin tone or your ethnicity?
Okay. So being Indian, it's like it kind of like gives him like this like view already of like like he's smart, he like into
Yeah.
technology, like that kind of stuff. So like when you see an India Hooper, you're like he's not gonna be good. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're gonna like
Yeah.
obviously like just say that off rip, but like when I started playing with them and they started like noticing, it's like, you know what, he's not like a Indian Hooper, like he's a hooper and he's Indian, but he's not like bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they started respecting me, but it just took a little bit of time.
Of
So I wouldn't
course.
say I had like an issue. I feel like if you're good, no matter what skin color you are, like skin color doesn't matter. It's really skill.
Of course.
So like if the skill shows, and I don't think you should be like getting treated one way or another. Obviously, there is coaches that do that, but like people that are good and people that actually know and can see, they wouldn't really discriminate you off that.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, I mean that's how I view it, but I know many people, especially in that high school
Yeah,
like demographic, there's a lot of, bullying, hazing, whatever the case may be, towards other ethnicities that aren't my,
yeah,
white
yeah. Of course.
Caucasian skin color,
Yeah,
especially if you're in like a suburban area, whatever the case may be. But so who first introduced you to TikTok? Because you're
TikTok.
going crazy on there.
It's funny because I quite don't remember. It's just like I just saw people posting things on their Snapchat stories, like funny videos.
Yeah.
And this was back in like 2019. This is so after 10th grade, right? I made it and I was
Mm-hmm.
like still working and stuff. I got cut in 11th grade
Yeah.
because like the new people coming in, they were better than me and they understood their role
Okay.
and stuff. Okay. So then during that time when I got cut from 11th to 12th, like from the next season, I then like had a little bit of free time, right? Because like practices once it's there and things like that. So like while I was working, then friends started posting stuff on their Snapchat. I was like, oh, this is TikTok. Like I already knew what it was, but like people were getting onto it. Like friends, they were doing like these cringy dance trends. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me do it. Like on some funny stuff. And I put it on my story. I remember it's my very first one. Um and people were laughing. Like I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." Like, people are laughing. I'm just gonna keep going with it.
Of
And I
course.
went with it, and I went with it, and then around when COVID hit, shut down, right?
Yeah.
Then like everybody got on it. Like everyone I know on Snapchat, everyone got on because of free time, right? 'Cause there's a lot of
Mhm.
free time, so everybody got on it. I was already on it. Like people already see my stuff. I was doing pretty good. Like at that time, before I deleted it, I was at 8,000, and like from like the winter of 2019 to like COVID, it was 8,000, and then I stopped because I really wanted to lock in again because it was my senior year and I just got cut, so I was hungry again. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna delete this.
Yeah.
So I deleted TikTok, and then when I made it, thank God I made it. But I made it, and it was, I was happy again. I was excited. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna document this stuff in my TikTok. So I made a new one, started posting, getting a build, and I remember posting on there like before before tryouts, like how my story was. And that time I did like 100,000. It was great. Like people were being like really helpful, really inspiring.
Mhm.
Like it motivated me the day before trials. But it was funny because on the first day of trials, we needed to do a COVID form, and I didn't get to do the COVID form, so I already missed day one. I remember going back in my car, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even go to the first day." And I already posted this TikTok of me saying I'm gonna make senior year, so I have to like really lock in these next 2 days for tryouts.
Of course.
So I got my COVID done on the second day and my COVID done on the third day, my COVID testing. And I
Mhm.
go in and I made it. So then when I like told people I made it and like put it on TikTok, they were all excited. So then from there I started documenting my journey, like day one, kind of like that stuff like people do now. And
Yeah, that's
then
great.
yeah, so like it's just like being consistent with TikTok, and like now I have like a pretty good following. God bless I do. But yeah, it's just consistency, and that's how it started.
Yeah, man, I got the numbers. I got 13.7 thousand.
It's crazy.
Your biggest video has
1.5.
1.5 million views, 297 likes or 87, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're going stupid on TikTok right now.
Thank you.
Um, how do you believe that you've like capitalized off of the exposure of TikTok? Like, do you
Okay.
think there's any? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so my fault, I'm sorry. But
No, you're good.
so I made that 1.5 million video last year when I was just a freshman in college, and
Mm,
I was still pursuing to play college, or if not play college, play overseas.
of course.
So I made it again. So I basically made the high school thing, but like part 2, right?
Mhm.
So, but this one like blew off, like it took off. And this one was really motivating, and it kind of twisted stuff for me in a way because I would go in the comments, I would still read them every day. There was like racist comments in there because like the stereotypical Indian hooper, right? Oh,
Of
7-Eleven,
course. Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Khan Academy, like some of them were kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny, even though they were bad. He's like, oh,
Right.
he's committed to Khan Academy. I was kind of laughing. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I still
Right.
took it in a motivating way.
Of course.
But doing that and then capitalizing on it was like people started seeing me in public, and I'm just like walking around, right? They're like, "Oh, are you the guy on TikTok?" I was like, "No way!" Like, you saw me, and they're like, "Yeah, we saw the video." And people at my old high school battlefield, they still know me, and I don't even know them. Like, it's
Right.
because like TikTok is like getting my name out there, and I'm trying out for like teams, and like I don't know, hopefully I they know me off this, but I think they would because like they're local teams, and I'm getting like kind of noticed around here locally, thank God, kind of grateful for it. It's kind of like helping me like build my name, push my name out there, so like I can like talk to teams and see if they already know me, have like an upper edge on people. That's how I'm
Mhm.
capitalizing, getting my name out there.
Yeah, that's huge because TikTok, you just take your regular old hooper. I mean, they like if they're not posting on TikTok, it really seems like TikTok is um really elevating these kids'
Yeah, of
exposure and making making them known. I mean, like when
course.
I so this is kind of a funny story. When I first saw you, I was like, I don't know, like if I want to reach out to him because like I like I don't know, like, I just didn't I don't know, so, alright, if you want me to be honest, so, at
Yeah.
first, I saw one of your videos, and I was like, "Alright, this kid is like, he's nice, don't get me wrong," and, like, sorry for calling you a kid, I just say that, like,
No, no, no,
whatever.
that was good, it's good, I
Yeah,
understand.
same age, whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
but, yeah, I was like, "Yeah, he's good, but, like, is he really, like,
like
nice
that.
like that?" Yeah,
Okay, okay.
and,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I yeah, I watched a couple more of your videos, and I'm like and then I, like, tapped into your Instagram, and I'm like, "Alright, he's really like that. I'm gonna reach out to him and see," and,
Thank you.
I'm not trying like, I'm not trying to come off as like, "Oh, you gotta be like that, like, to be on this platform," because this platform really, like, isn't
Even,
shit
like
right now,
I'm
but,
sorry for
like
interrupting you, but, like, even people that aren't good, but they have a big following, like, they're getting pushed out there way more. Like,
of
I
course.
feel like I could be some of the people that are already on there, like,
Mhm.
already up there just 'cause they have, like, good content, you know what I mean? It's all content based, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What you were saying?
No, yeah, I was like, "Alright, this like, he's really like that, and, I should definitely, message him and see if he's down for it," and then we got the interview together, here we
Of
are doing it
course.
right now,
Yeah.
but,
Great.
yeah, man, it's just I don't know, it's crazy how, like, um, a initial perception can kinda, like, dictate your thought process with,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know if he's nice," and then I dove deeper,
Mm,
found out you were really like that.
thank you.
So you were saying you were trying out for, local teams. What local teams are you trying out for?
So, there's one that opened up previously last fall. It's Nova Bulls. It's a semi-pro team, and,
Mhm,
they got tryouts in the spring. So, I'm just, like, working right now, just working on my game, just working on small details, stuff like that, getting ready for the spring. So, I'm just yeah, that's a local team right now. It's not too far away from my house. I'm
gotcha.
excited for that one. Nova
Okay,
Bulls.
okay. Yep, and, so you go to George Mason University.
Yeah.
Have you tried out for the team, or are you just focusing on creating content right now for TikTok?
So I wanted to try out for Mason, but what happened was, I think there was like a little bit of an issue with the emailing. So I
Mhm,
emailed them like showing interest and they sent back a survey. And I did the survey twice just to make sure if the one didn't go in, I got the second one. But then they said they would send the email back with like the information, the tryout date, all that, right?
mhm.
And I never got that email back, but I know people at the rec gym got it, and I was like, "How did you guys get it, not me?" Like, I
Right,
didn't
right,
understand
right.
it, right? And so I just didn't get it back. And I was like, "Oh, that's okay, God's plan. That means I'm just gonna like just take more time on TikTok, create content, and then just get ready for the spring." It is what it is.
Yeah. Mhm. So I'm pretty sure we already, like, went over this, but, like, what was your initial reaction to the, 1.5 million video blowing up, and then, the videos that continue to blow up with, like, not as many views, but, like, you're still getting a consistent view and, you
Yeah.
know, viewership.
No, it was funny because after so I was literally in the parking lot at Domino's and I was making that video on CapCut, like on a video editor app, because I was
Yeah.
taking a break from class. Like I had time. So I was like eating. And then I was like, you know what? I got this idea from my friend Adric. Adric had the same video and he's like, bro, you should do this video. I was like, you sure? And he's like, yeah. Cause like me and him are both trying to play at a high level right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You know what? Yeah, I'll try it." Right? And I'm going through, I'm getting all these pictures ready, I'm getting all the thing, and I would send him, and he's like, "Oh, no, no, you gotta do this," and, like, we'd edit it until I got the perfect video, and then I sent it, and I remember I was like, "Oh, shoot," like, it's going up, in an hour, I was like, 1,000, I was like, "Okay," like, I was kinda used to this.
Right.
1,000 was like, "Okay, like, that's good, like, I'm satisfied," right?
Exactly.
Then class would start, put my phone down, it's going up again, and it's like 12K. I'm like, oh shoot, like hold on, like I'm gonna put it back down. And
Right.
I remember my friend called me, is like, you should check your phone. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, your recent videos going up. I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till the morning. So I didn't even check it from till time class ended till next morning,
That's
which is like
crazy.
a couple hours. And
Yeah.
then I just see it's like 99 plus on the inbox. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, wow. Like there was so much love and hate at the same time. It was just great. And it's just like
Mhm.
pushed me to a different level.
Of course, and like you said earlier, like I said earlier, the hate, you only gotta, you know,
Yeah.
elevate
Just
through
use
that.
it to fuel you. Yeah. It's really good.
Exactly. What would be your advice for young hoopers who are trying to create content on TikTok, but also trying to, elevate their game?
Um, for both of them, it's really just consistency with what you're doing because I feel like people they'll keep going and going and if they don't see results they're going to just stop. Like I remember I had like 50, 50, 50. Like it was just bad at first
Right.
and then it would just keep going and then consistency with the basketball game as well because like taking days off because you don't feel like it like those days you don't feel like it and you go out and do it, those are the best days ever. Like it feels great. And like those days you don't feel like making a TikTok, but like you really want to create content, you really got to put out a video no matter how bad you feel. It's just consistency and discipline. It's really all I could say. And just being
Hmm.
accountable to yourself,
Yeah.
like don't lie and say, oh, I'm not going to do it. And then, but like, like actually do it, be accountable, take accountability.
Yeah, I definitely found myself in some of those situations where I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, posting on my social media, oh yeah, I'm gonna post a video today, and then like I don't post it, and
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I should have posted that video. What am I really doing? Like,
Yeah. I know how you feel. Yeah.
because I love it. Like, I love doing this. I just picked
Yeah.
this
No,
up
this is
like
fun.
a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, so like
You're doing
I'm just
good, bro.
living right now. I'm just
Yeah. I
living.
saw your page too. You're doing
Like
good.
that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Um, who are your favorite NBA players to watch?
NBA players. So right now I'm watching players that are like kind of like my game. So
Hmm.
I'm like I watch Joe Ingles off like triple threats. I watch Trey Young with his like way he uses screens.
Yeah.
What else? The new one, Busy Bones, because his
Oh
shooting is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
His range is nice. I
yeah.
just want
Bones
to see
Highland.
like,
Yep.
yeah, he's good. What else? Darius Garland, handles are nice.
Garland's cold.
Yeah. There's a tons more. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
That.
name those two, those few,
Hmm. Yeah,
because
that
yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers team's gonna be crazy this season.
Yeah.
Um, who's your favorite NBA team?
NBA
Before
team.
I ask the final question.
To be honest, I don't have a favorite NBA team. I'm a James Harden fan. I forgot to put James Harden in the last
Oh
question, but
yeah.
I've been watching James Harden since I was younger. And like I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know why I just like this game. Like he always creates contact when he drives. He's like aggressive. Like that's things I need to still work on. So I watch
Hmm.
James Harden for that. The step back, the memes they make off his step back is funny too. Like this guy's just funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Sixers fan, so I
Oh, okay.
appreciate James
Yeah, of
Harden and
course.
Philly sports in general. I mean, I would say we're doing amazing, but couldn't win two championships this past Saturday, but it's all right. Union
All
and the
good.
Phillies.
Gotta bounce back.
Yeah, yeah. So the final question,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. That's a good question. 5 years. I see myself playing overseas with a really good amount of following,
Hmm.
taking care of my parents, and just having fun, bro. Because I feel like in life, people just take stress too much. It's just like in 5 years, I see myself having fun, doing what I love, taking care of my parents, being a disciplined man. Like I got a vision board right here, actually. Yeah, I kind of just said everything I just said. Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, well, Sonny, I really do appreciate you for coming on
Hey, I
and
love to be here, man. This is
let
fun,
me
bro.
interview you. We'll definitely
Yeah,
have to get a second one down the line. Done.
of course. We can do more, bro, in the future. This is
Of
fun.
course. All right. Have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you again,
Of
and
course.
I'm excited to see what you got in the future.
Thank you. You too, man.